Welcome to Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Kush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. I feel like I have been through it. Everybody, welcome to Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. I am Dr. Kush. We are here on an annual holiday every year for the past 4 years. This is year number 4. We have celebrated this holiday that means very little to many people, but it means everything to us because for some reason we have become a Christina Ricci bar. We are the headquarters for celebrating Christina Ricci in cocktail form. And we are doing that today because it is the closest day to her birthday that is also on a Saturday. Listen, we do the shows on Saturdays, so it's closest one we have to doing it on Saturday. I have been struggling all day to get this whole thing together. I found some leads, big leads for a while. I had some guests sort of lined up, ready to go, and at the last second, like every year at Dr. Kush's exotic celebration of Christina Ricci, it all kind of fell through. So we're going to do our very best, guys. Hopefully we have everything sort of ready to go. I've had to neglect a number of different responsibilities. I've had to shirk things. I don't often get to shirk stuff today. Full of shirking. Just shirked whatever I could. So hopefully we have everything behind the bar in order to make these cocktails for Christina Ricci. They're not difficult cocktails. I'll explain to you sort of what they mean as they go. Haven't seen Kyle much all day either. Usually I get a lot of help from my good friend Kyle. And I haven't seen him a ton. I don't know what he's doing. He's been pretty secretive today. So hopefully he's okay. That's where we're at right now. Before we get too deep into this celebration of Christina Ricci in the form of cocktails, alcoholic, delicious cocktails, let me say hello to the people. First of all, from what I understand, Moose is here, or was here at least. I don't see him at the top anymore. I had to I had to restart this. Don't worry about it. Trust me, Moose is here, or Moose was here. Moose. But let me talk about the people that I can see. There's Shawnee Panabaker. Good evening. Good evening, Shawnee Panabaker. How are you, pal? Debbie Clark, DC Debbie Clark is here. She is the winner of the 2023 Kush-Tucky Derby. Sean, I got here early. How are you? DC Debbie Clark got here early. And whatever time DC Debbie Clark gets here, that's the right time. She wins horse races. There, finally, we see Kyle. I haven't seen Kyle freaking all day. I don't know what he's been up to, but he is here now. Let me say hello to, it's not only Christina Ricci's birthday week. It's our good friend Raquel Martinez, the baby giraffe. Is that? Can we use that? I'm gonna get confirmation that we can start throwing around the term baby giraffe. Either way, Raquel Martinez, and she has one of these. Forget how she got that one, but that's how it is. So welcome and very happy birthday to Raquel Martinez, who, from what I heard last night, it's a bit of a recovery day. Love that. There is Jay Carter, the party starter. He is in the house, ready to go. There is Mark Sanchez. Hopefully Mark Sanchez was able to make Raquel's day magical. One more birthday in the house. No big deal. I don't know the exact day, so we're just going to celebrate until somebody tells me to stop. Here is Bon Bon. It's Bon Bon's birthday, or it was Bon Bon's birthday, or it will be Bon Bon's birthday. I understand that you can say that about every human on Earth, but for Bon Bon, it's in closer proximity to the other ones. So very happy birthday to our good friend Bon Bon. Shawnee Panabaker fell way behind. What'd you fall behind on there, buddy? Hopefully you're okay now. Here is the most practical among us, Godzilla the Hun. The only one that has his head truly put on straight. The only one that has any real common sense. Godzilla the Hun is here, and it's good to have you. Here are at least one of the husband team. We got one husband. We could have two husbands here. Husbandi, I believe they say it in Italian. Good to see you both, or just one of you. Let's see. If Paul is going to make one of these cocktails, which should it be? Paul, my recommendation is, of course, the one that I've been working on all year. I think I've perfected it at this point. It is called Full of Woe. It's going to be the last one tonight. If you're going to make one, I would say the Full of Woe is the way to go. Get some Caruba. It's like a Caruba mojito with a little zhuzh. That's what we got here. Here's Dougie G in the place to be. Dougie G, I owe you a phone call. Today was not the day to making phone calls. I had to be doing all kinds of stuff, but I will give you guys a call about Arizona Tiki Oasis. Hopefully you all have your tickets. We'll be having a big meetup out there. We're going to be hanging out and saying hi to each other and doing tiki stuff. Kyle Tender says he has been busy. Fine. Dropping in for a quick hello. We're heading out to see the Tiki-Yaki Orchestra. Well, that sounds awesome. Hopefully you have fun. Stephanie Husband, just yelling Moose. Moose. We love when Moose shows up. I haven't seen him though. Hopefully he's here. Let's see. Yep, she earned that when she went to the dark side drinking too much chartreuse. All right, perfect. Guys, news flash. Raquel Martinez is fine. She is recovered today. I understand that it takes a day or two at this point. I used to be recovered from drinking the night of drinking. And now I got about a week in me where my bones still hurt. That's good. Bon Bon did finally get her Tiki Oasis stuff. Let me know who else got their Tiki Oasis stuff. We want to figure out a time and place to meet up. I would love to see all of you. Godzilla the Hun came for the birthday celebrations. Stay for the soundboard and the booze. Let's see. What's the best soundboard we can give you then? How about this one?
Are you Dr. Jinga Janga? Bye! I know you are, but what am I? Are you Dr. Jinga Janga? Are you trying to drive me crazy?
It's the new Tiki, or the new board. It's mostly Pee-wee. Okay. Let's get into this first cocktail. This first cocktail needs no introduction because I have forgotten all about it. Let's get into it. Oh, we're going to be making... Oh, this is a fun one. Oh, real quick, before we get too far into it, I want to thank everybody that has donated to RAINN, RAINN. It is a rape abuse. Can I say the R word? The R word. That's how the kids say it on TikTok. The R word, the I word, the A word, abuse. National network. It is Christina Ricci is the face of that. Because she is so generous in letting us sort of have fun with just the fact that I had a huge crush on her when I was a child, we like to also give back. So we did reach our goal. I put a goal of $100, and we reached that almost instantly. So if you guys want to donate to that, you can pop on over to my Instagram, find the picture of Christina Ricci, and go right under there and donate. Listen, it seems like a really good cause. Christina's a really good person, from what I understand. I've never actually met her, other than for when she told me she liked mojitos. But pop on over there and help out. I think that's the way to do it, and it sort of pays for the fact that we are doing a lot. I'm using a lot of inspiration from Christina Ricci, so help out over there if you can. Okay, let's get into this. This first one is going to be called the Black Snake. The Black Snake. What is the Black Snake? Well, Christina Ricci was in I personally think, an underrated movie called Black Snake Moan. A very interesting look into the life of a small town girl who has some, let's just say, issues. She's got some issues. She's got an issue or two. All right. One of the issues is she used to date Justin Timberlake, not the actual Justin Timberlake, but a person played by Justin Timberlake. He leaves, he goes off somewhere, and then she has sort of a breakdown. She gets kidnapped. It's a whole situation. If you haven't seen it, listen, it's good. It's a Christina Ricci movie. It's good. She makes good movies. That's all there is to it. We're going to make a drink based off of a cocktail called the Rattlesnake. Instead, we're going to be making this one the Black Snake. And what are we going to be doing? We're going to be tikifying it. So get your stuff ready here. This is, what do we call these? We call these tins, if you're nasty. We're going to go ahead and find something black to put in here. What black are we putting in here? Black strap. Absolutely. Black strap rum. If You do not care for blackstrap rum, and I understand where you're at if that is your sentiment. Blackstrap rum is a little difficult. It does have blackstrap molasses added to it, and it gives it that blackstrap molasses taste. That's the whole reason we put it in there. It can be tough. It can be rough. Either way, we're going to be putting some blackstrap rum in here. The one that I have tonight is Cruzan. We're going to be putting in 1.75 ounces of some blackstrap rum. Let me say hello real quick to Keith, Avery, and Eunice. Eunice was one of the donators to Rain today. It broke my little heart when that happened. Thank you so much, Uni Babe. You're the greatest. You guys are all the greatest, but I just haven't seen Eunice for a while, and out of nowhere, she comes and supports this charity. I thought that was really nice. So, Eunice, a very, very happy Chinese New Year to you, as well as to Keith and to our good friend Avery, who has her own sound effect. 1 second. There we go. Cheers to you. Okay. Next thing we got to put in here is, I should have memorized these, but I didn't have time. So give me a second. Just pretend like I'm memorizing these real quick. We're going to go ahead and grab for a lime. We got a lime right here. We all seen limes before. They're green. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. They are green and ready to go. Let me say hello to Alex's Life. Hey, Alex's Life. A little late to the party, but coming over from Twitch. Hanging out over on Twitch, celebrating Christina Ricci's birthday. We're all having a great time. We need 3/4 of an ounce of some lime juice. We need as much of this lime as we can. So we're going to do our little trick. We're going to follow the lines in here, and we're going to get 3/4 of an ounce out of about half of this lime, because we are going to need the other half of this lime here in just a moment. Go ahead and grab your lime and get as close to the tin as you can. Give it a big old squeeze. There we go. There we go. Really good. Doing great. Doing excellent. Got that off there. Now, we need some sugar. We need some sweetener in this cocktail. I'm going to be using some Demerara. Some Demerara simple syrup. Why? Trust me. You're going to want some Demerara simple syrup in here because the blackstrap rum is so thick that you're going to want some sugar that's going to be able to hang with it. It's like putting a pit bull in with a Doberman Pinscher. If you put a pit bull in with like a Chihuahua, that Chihuahua's gone, right? Think of simple syrup as a Chihuahua, and think of Demerara simple syrup as a Doberman Pinscher. A pit bull may still be able to take him down, but you'll have a fighting chance. Go ahead and put in 1/2 ounce of some Demerara simple syrup. Perfect. Doing great so far, guys. The cocktail is looking nice, and the color I want it, it's nice and black. That's the color I want. Loving this. Throw that off to the side. And in order to give this just a little bit of venom, we are going to grab our, this looks the most venomous thing we have on here. This is something that I like to call absinthe. You know who else likes to call it absinthe? Everybody. Everybody likes to call this absinthe. We need like 3 big dashes of some absinthe. Now, I realize that I just did 6 dashes. That's because this is a half dasher. That's because this is a half dasher. So I had to do that math really quickly. Last little bit of information that this cocktail needs. Little egg. We want to get a little egg going. We need the egg white. We don't need the full egg. All we're trying to do is get this nice and frothy. If you are vegan, none of you have. If you are vegan, you guys are doing a great job, because none of you have ever once let me know that you're vegan. That's helpful. But if you are vegan and you don't want to do egg white, that is just fine. Use some aquafaba, and I'm going to get some of this real soon. Let me know if any of you have ever tried the Fee Brothers foaming dashers. I really want to try those out. I think that sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, we're going to give this a dry shake first. Dry shake first because we want to break up this egg without putting too much water into it. So we're going to do this very boring shake. Makes no noise. Hold this finger up like this. Feeling great about that. Should have some froth. A little froth right there. Next bit we need is now the ice. Lots and lots of ice, especially if you are using egg in your cocktail. And now, big shake. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Kyle disappears all day and then comes in and starts contradicting me. Yes, Kyle, it makes a little noise. Thank you. Thank you for that, pal. You have truly proven your worth today. Done great. Great job. Let's get this out of here. I don't want Kyle talking when I pour. Go ahead and pour this right into a nice Marie Antoinette. And there you have it. That is a black snake. We are going to just give this a teeny tiny little snake poking out of it. So we're going to take our lemon. It doesn't look much like a snake, but if you put it in here, it kind of does. And there we go. We have our snake poking out of our cocktail. It is much darker. It is closer to black than the original one. It was called the Rattlesnake. Old cocktail called the Rattlesnake. Very nice. If you want to put a couple bitters on here, are you looking in? Is everything okay? Yeah. Okay. So there it is. Okay. Just real quick before we get too deep into this, people are saying that the Fee Brothers works okay. Shawnee P says he's heard mixed reviews on the Fee Brothers foamers. Some say yay, some say nay. I'm. It's been a long day. Oh, I see. I didn't even hear what you were saying. What do you know? Okay, Kyle is holding up a sign, says, I have a huge guest for you. Okay. Get ready. Okay. Kyle, is this why you've been gone all day? Yeah. Okay. Let me just taste this real quick and then it's delicious. Okay. You have a huge guest for me. Do you want this? Yeah. Okay. You can have that. You got to hold it like a real person though. There you go. Yeah. Okay. And then I'll take this. This is a microphone. Do we have a live in studio guest for us today? There's no chance that we actually have. I wish this is the moments that I wish Kyle would speak. Who do we have? We have an in studio guest. Kyle.
Hey! Oh, Kush Tender, it's so good to meet you. Kyle talks about you all the time. No introduction needed, probably. You know who I am.
Can I take a guess at who you are?
Yeah, for sure.
Are you Casper the Friendly Ghost?
I'm Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Casper the Friendly
You got
Ghost.
It in one.
Great.
I'm really proud of you. Thanks, Kyle.
So
really happy to be here on this show. I want to thank you for inviting me on today, my birthday.
Today is your birthday.
Today's my birthday.
February 10th is your birthday.
February 10th
2 days
is my birthday.
ahead of Christina. Of course.
Yeah.
So of course we would want to have Casper.
Kyle told me that it was really important, and I told him it was my birthday, and he said, well, nothing, but he heavily implied that I should come on to the show to celebrate my birthday, the most popular ghost in all of film franchise. So here I am.
Yeah. So yeah, no. So here you are.
Yeah.
Casper,
the
Friendly Ghost.
Questions about my life or death or my favorite drinks or anything that you want to know about me in particular?
Well, I'd like to start. Well, Kyle is saying, aren't you so happy? Yeah, first of all, I'd like to start with how do you know Kyle? How was Kyle able to get a hold of Casper, the Friendly Ghost?
Oh, Kyle and I go way back.
You and Kyle go way back. Okay.
Go way back. We first met dog walking.
You also met Kyle dog walking.
Also met Kyle dog walking.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was a prolific dog walker, but I could never put anything around my body or have leashes on. So all of my dogs that I was paid to walk just went away. So I got fired, but I kept trying. I've been around for a long time, so I've been trying to walk dogs for many, many years.
Sure, and you obviously quit because you lost some dogs.
Yeah, I got fired pretty ceremoniously.
Yeah, so the firing came.
Yeah.
Bootopia is saying he's sorry he's late. Bootopia, there's a lot to catch you up on. It is Christina Ricci Day here.
Is that Bootopia?
That is Bootopia. Yes, I know that is your. That is would that be like your language?
I don't love it. I've been around for too long. Puns on boo or ghost no longer fly. It's 2024 Bootopia. Let's keep your humor a little bit more subtle than that.
Yeah, Jen saying, Kyle, we need to have a conversation real quick. Yeah, if you could just get a hold of Kyle there real quick, Jen, that'd be helpful. Bootopia is doubling down. He has changed his name to Bootopia.
That's okay. There's a report button on YouTube for a reason. And I will, even though I cannot click and I'm non-corporeal and I can't actually interact with the physical world, I will find a way to at least haunt and find out where Bootopia lives and haunt them as much as I can.
So that's a threat then. We are now threatening.
It is not even a thinly, unlike me, it is a heavily veiled, thinly veiled threat.
Yeah. Okay, so Casper, what I guess what was it like working with Christina Ricci?
Oh, a little fun fact actually on that one. I was a script supervisor for Casper. It was an autobiography that I wrote, and the talented young, undeniably handsome Devon Sawa played me in that movie.
Yeah, he was a star.
He was the star.
He was a star. He was barely in the movie. It was mostly CGI.
He played me. So he was the star. Christina Ricci, Bill Pullman, bit parts to the young, handsome, blonde Devon Sawa, who looked much like me when I was alive. But unlike, I wouldn't play myself in the movie, but a misconception with ghosts is that we aren't actually translucent at all. As you can see, we are very opaque.
Yeah, you're blocking a lot of my bar. That's
impossible to see through.
Impossible to see through.
Does not light well. Hard to stay in focus. Hard to hear sometimes.
Yeah.
And so Devon Sawa, being human and corporeal and able to transform into a CGI ghost at will, just lended himself to camera way better than I did. So yeah, that's the story about me. I want to talk more about me if you wouldn't mind.
No. Honestly, sorry. This is Christina Ricci Day, so I was just wondering if you had any like fun set stories with Christina Ricci or anything, or if this is kind of all about you.
Yeah, it's about me.
It's mostly about you.
It's mostly about me.
Sure.
The day of Christina Ricci's birthday is 2 days from now.
Sure, of course.
My birthday's today.
Right.
And you wouldn't want to invite somebody to a birthday party on the day of their birth and say, this is actually for my better friend's birthday 2 days from now. Would you want that?
No, I suppose I would not have wanted that. No, honestly, you're right, Casper. So, Casper, what was it? How did you die?
Oh, wow. Just going right to that.
Is that not what you?
Rude.
That's not what you ask ghosts?
Yeah, you never ask a lady her age, a man his salary, or a ghost how he died.
Was it embarrassing?
It's, the song "Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer"?
Yeah, I've heard it. Yeah, honestly, a classic. Yeah.
That wasn't about me. I got run over by a car. The very first car that ever was created, the Model T.
Model T ran you over?
The Model T ran me over. And it was going about 5 miles an hour, but I was a very slow child. I'm handsome, like Devon Sawa, who portrayed me, but very slow. And just rampaged my body.
Yeah.
It was rough.
What was wrong about the movie Casper? What did Devon Sawa do?
He did everything correct. Devon Sawa is
pretty true to life.
He's a beautiful man.
Yeah.
He did great. Christina Ricci was also great. I
Yeah,
love her. Her birthday's in 2 days, as you know.
I do know that. Yeah.
She's fantastic. I still will
yeah.
float through her house every so often and say hello to her husband and 2 children.
You know Christina Ricci?
Oh, Sea Reach?
We call her Sea Reach?
I call her Sea Reach.
Yeah, do you moan that in the night, or?
I moan that as often as I can.
Yeah.
I'll just yell Sea Reach into the nights.
Yeah.
When Kyle and I are going on quilt runs throughout the day, like today we went on a huge quilt run.
Quilt run.
Yeah, Kyle's, he may not mention it much, but he's a huge quilter. And I have to quilt because I'm often very cold. My friends call me Casper because I'm so cold all the time. And so we're always quilting and crocheting and knitting and all 3 of those things that are definitely different quilting techniques. And Christina Ricci will join us sometimes on our...
So I guess what I'm saying is listen, I don't want to sound... I know that you're the first real ghost I've ever met. I don't want to sound rude. Is there any way that you can, like, get Christina, like, on the phone or something? Like
on the show? On the show?
Yeah.
I mean, she lives in Los Angeles. I know I can float there really quick. I'm very fast. I was slow in life, but in death, I'm extremely fast. So I can go maybe not literally pull a few strings. I mean, listen, can't do anything, but I'll float a few strings.
The Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks would owe you a huge debt of gratitude if you are a debt of gratitude if you were able to get Christina Ricci on the show. That would be huge for us.
Okay. I mean, I feel like you owe me for inviting me on my birthday to a show dedicated to someone.
Let's say I did give you some time. I was, we learned a little bit about you.
That's true.
We learned a little bit about you.
Yeah. Okay. You know what?
Listen, you know what? Do you have anything to plug, Casper? Let's get Casper plugs in here. Anything that Casper should be watching?
Yes, I'm also, like all stars now, I'm also making a vodka line.
You're making a vodka line.
I'm making a vodka line of high-end vodka drinks.
Yeah, vodka drink, sure.
In the shape of a skull. Oh. And I'm going to call it the Clear Brain Dome Vodka.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. We've seen that before, obviously, with Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Skull vodka.
Oh.
Crystals, Dan Aykroyd put out a big line of crystal vodka in skulls.
Not ringing a bell.
Well, probably because, of course, Dan Aykroyd was a Ghostbuster, probably one of the scariest movies that you've ever seen.
Okay.
Yeah.
First, we're talking about death.
Yeah.
Then we're talking about
Aykroyd.
Bootopia.
Yeah.
And now we're talking about busting me and all of my kinds.
Well, busting makes us feel good.
Listen.
I believe.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm gonna go get Christina Ricci.
Yeah, if you could.
You better think through your tones how you talk about ghosts and busting, even if it makes you feel good. Any last words for Casper before I go do my dark deeds? That's
usually what the host will ask. Any last words for us, Casper, that you have before you go do your dark deeds?
Buy Clear Head Noggin Vodka.
Yeah.
At Sam's Club only.
Sam's Club
We're
only.
A Sam's Club exclusive. Coming in October.
October.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, spooky month.
There we go. Thanks, Casper.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Appreciate it. All right.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
I'm gonna go out the way I came.
Just down.
Yeah.
Okay. You're just gonna. Okay. Well. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what. Let's get this out of here. I don't know what Casper's ability is going to be to get Christina Ricci on the. I'm gonna cut this mic. I don't know what Casper's ability to get Christina Ricci on the phone. I feel like if we can get if any guest can get it, it's going to be one of her co-stars, and Casper was a co-star of Christina Ricci, so I guess that's kind of what we're looking for. Well, in the meanwhile, let's make another cocktail while we wait to see whether or not Christina Ricci will eventually show up on the show. The next cocktail we're going to be making here is going to be a cocktail called the Yellow Jacket. The Yellow Jacket, of course, after our good friend, or possibly, hopefully, our next guest's TV show. She is Emmy nominated for this show. She's going into her 3rd season. She is a star of the show. It is called Yellow Jackets. It's a very simple cocktail, an old cocktail. It's fun when guests drop. It's always fun when a guest can drop by. Let's get into this cocktail. We're going to start over here with 1 ounce and 3/4 of some gin. Now, this is DC Debbie Clark's gin. It is telling that Casper's coming out with a vodka. Some people are saying that Casper, well known for dying of auto asphyxiation. That is choking yourself. So hopefully that's not the case with Casper. We should have asked him while we were here. Did the ad just kick in? Is that where everybody went? Yeah. Let's just wait for a second as that ad kicks back in. I'm sorry, guys. The moment the ad kicks in, everybody leaves. I just want everybody to be here for that. I'm glad that everybody got to see our good friend Casper while he was here. But until then, let's go. So right here we have a lemon. How much of this lemon do we need? We are going to, of course, need 1 ounce of some lemon juice. We're going to slice that here. We're going to grab our lemon squeezer right in there. Big old squeeze, 1 ounce of lemon. Here we go, 1 ounce of lemon right there. We need 3/4 ounce, sorry about that. We need 1/2 ounce of some honey syrup. We call that runny honey oftentimes. There goes the knife. That's how I die. I'm sure a knife falls on me at some point. We need 1/2 ounce of some honey syrup. And in order to make this not just a version of a very famous cocktail called the bee's knees, we need to, of course, add something that's a little stronger to that. And the way that I like to add it is this guy. Now, this is called Liqueur Strega. Strega is it's a very herbal liqueur. It's got all kinds of big flavors in it. We're going to go ahead and put in 1/2 ounce of some Strega. And there we go. Let's give this a big shake. There is, of course, lemon juice in here, so we can give this a big old shake. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. And we will grab our other glass here. We're going to strain this in here. And we get this beautiful, not super pea color yellow drink right here that we are going to be calling the Yellow Jacket. Yellow Jacket. If you haven't seen Christina Ricci on her show Yellow Jacket, I highly recommend that you do. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of hard to watch. I don't know who has Showtime anymore, but it is on Showtime. It's just a great show. Just a bunch of women band together after a tragedy, and from there, all hell breaks loose. Here's this guy. I'm going to bring Kyle in here to yell at him real quick. There he is. Oh, can't see that. Oh, he got her. He got Christina Ricci? Oh. I guess Kyle's friend, Casper, was able... Give me just a second. Let me just was able to get a hold of Christina Ricci. Is she gonna call in, or... She is gonna call in. Okay. I guess Christina Ricci's calling in. Let's wait here a second. Let's just see if we can't find Christina Ricci calling in. I don't see it yet, but that doesn't mean it's not here. Okay. Oh, we do have a caller. We have a caller. Is there any chance that this is Christina Ricci? Let's find out. Are we ready? I see her in. Oh, that looks a lot like Christina Ricci. I see her in the waiting room. Let's just say, Christina Ricci, welcome to the show. You can go ahead. I don't know what's happened, but you can remove your blindfold from your face now. Perfect. Listen, let me just say, Christina Ricci, first of all, I love having you on this show. You are absolutely one of my favorite actors in the whole world. I would say mostly because you are so plucky and scrappy.
If you think I'm just plucky and scrappy and all I need is love, you're in over your head.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say anything bad about that. Sorry, Christina. Well, let me just start over. You look lovely tonight. I'm sure you get asked this all the time, but who are you wearing tonight?
This is my costume. I'm a homicidal maniac. They look just like everyone else.
Well, honestly, whatever you're wearing, you are bringing absolute classic beauty.
Pity, I was aiming for psychotic.
Well, psychotic, okay, fine. Psychotic's also pretty good. Either way, it's an honor to have you on the show. I guess I have some questions for you. We just mentioned that we were making the Yellow Jacket cocktail. Other than the Yellow Jacket cocktail, is there anything that you are currently working on?
Homicide.
Like homicide, life on the streets, or just like a plain old, just a murder? Okay, well, either way. Listen, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous. If you wouldn't mind, do you mind if we just start off with a drink? Maybe we could take a shot together. That might help me out a little bit.
Anything that's hot and not shaped like a star sounds good to me.
Great. I can make that happen. What about what about a shot of Fernet? Sound good to you?
It's so bitter.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that bitter might be right up your alley. It seems kind of like dangerous. Like maybe that might be something you'd want to try. Is it something that you might want to, at least try?
Yes.
Great. Great. Okay. Well, if you don't mind, I am going to pour mine in a Glencairn glass.
Ew, what a snob.
I mean, I don't think that's fair. I just, I like to just get in here. I just like to smell all the botanicals, herbs, flavor. It has so many big ingredients in Fernet.
Are they made from real Girl Scouts?
No Girl Scouts obviously go into Fernet, but okay. So since you're asking, there is kind of an interesting, surprising ingredient that goes in here. Do you know what ingredient Fernet is responsible for buying 75% of the world's source of?
Scabs.
It is not scabs. No, no, they actually buy 75% of the world's saffron. Okay. Well, okay, fine. Well, let's have our drink. Cheers.
Wait.
Oh, I'm getting a note here that's saying we should wait. You actually have a toast to give. I have a note. Christina has a toast from the great Dawn Blanding, one of my very favorite Toastmasters. She has it from a lesser known poem. Let's just see what poem this is from.
Thank you for this Thanksgiving holiday. You have taken the land which is rightfully ours. Years from now, my people will be forced to live in mobile homes, on reservations. You will play golf and enjoy hot hors d'oeuvres. I've decided to scalp you, burn your village to the ground.
That's a big toast. That's a big toast. Are you ready for the drink?
Hit me, Sergeant.
Okay. I will. Cheers. Wow. Boy, you drank that fast. You must really like that. How does that Fernet make you feel?
Like someone drew all over you.
Like someone drew all over you. Of course, yeah, that's Fernet will do that to you. For people that don't drink a lot of Fernet, it kind of comes on quick. Are you starting to feel that?
Of course, I'm drunk.
Oh, you're drunk already. When you get drunk, what does that make you want to do?
Oh, I wish I was on drugs.
You wish you were on drugs. Wow, this is quite a revelation. Christina, are you okay?
Believe me, if I was on drugs, I'd tell you.
Thank you. I'm glad that we have that level of understanding. Do you want to take another one?
I fucking do.
Great. Okay, well, listen, Fernet is not just great liqueur, it also helps with digestion. What's your favorite huge meal to follow with Fernet?
I finished off the cold spaghetti in the refrigerator, and I ate that last lobster tail, and then I heated up some chicken pot pie.
That's a lot of food. Either way, listen, it's always good to watch somebody else drinking and enjoying Fernet.
I don't know what they done to me, but I remember it was horrible.
We skipped a line.
You're some kind of creepy voyeur.
Now, listen, Christina, I'm not a voyeur. Okay, let's just move on. You have actually said yes to being on our show a number of times.
I had completely forgotten I did that too, because it's when you're in your own home, I guess you just forget things.
Yeah. Well, we actually sent you directions, but you never seemed to make it. Were we hard to find?
It was difficult to navigate, but I have no idea, honestly.
And, you know, I had Kyle last time waiting for you in the studio, but you were a no-show. Is there any reason?
I don't want to do this sex scene. I'm not going to be naked.
Well, we would never ask you to be naked. Dr. Cush's Got a Drink is a wholesome show. We respect you. But now I guess I understand the text that you sent to me and Jen and Kyle after the last time. Do you remember what that text said?
If you three bitches come near me again, I'll rip your fucking heads off.
Yeah, that was tough to hear. But now that I see that it was all just a misunderstanding, it makes a lot more sense. Anyway, I had, for this time, I had my producer try and reach out to you.
It was really great. And Jen is so good.
Jen is very good. Sometimes I just wish I had two Jens, but instead I have a Kyle, and he's not always the most helpful.
Yeah, but he's still kind of cute.
I mean, I wouldn't call him cute. There has to be another way that I would put that.
Then too bad he's however you'd put it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would call him kind of awkward. His body doesn't really seem to, like, fit together.
Which part?
I mean, just, like, the whole package, but, like, you know...
Especially his head.
Especially his head. Yes, I could not have said it better. Especially his head. Yeah.
Basically, I was obsessed with him.
Wow, you were obsessed with Kyle. This is the first time I've ever heard anyone interested in Hollywood Kyle. Let me just ask, is there anything you don't like about him?
He could be your father.
He could be my father. Well, you know, honestly, I could see you two together. Plenty of women date awkward guys.
Yeah, but you don't see it as much. It used to be like the headline.
It did. It did used to be the headline. Okay. Speaking of Kyle, he tells me you want to make a cocktail. He's telling me that you do not want to make a cocktail with me today. Any reason?
Because I'm not your goddamn monkey!
Okay. You're not my monkey. That's fine. But you do like making cocktails,
Yes.
right? Yes, great. And I hear that you did create a cocktail. What did you call it?
It's called... Is There a God?
Is There a God? Wow. That's a great name for a cocktail. Any reason that you called it that?
I was making it fun.
That does make it fun. I love it. Well, okay, so you like mojitos. We've talked about you like mojitos. I assume that you like margaritas. Do you have any special instructions for your margarita?
May I have the salt? Now.
Salt on your margarita, absolutely. And do you ever add an extra shot or just right into your drink?
No, that's already been done for me.
Already been done for you. Any special techniques you'd like to show us that you use when you make a drink? Throw a little electricity in there. Yeah, why not? Well, you've told us about Jen. You told us about Kyle. Any thoughts about me and the show?
Like emotionally stunted, so a lot of it's like really
It's a little
childish.
unstable.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You know, I guess don't hold back.
You lack any sense of structure, character, or the Aristotelian unities.
Yeah. Anything else?
Your work is puerile and underdramatized.
I don't really know what that means, but do you at least like the show?
Still sort of like charming and fun.
Okay. What do you like most about it?
And I love comedy.
And what drew you to the show as opposed to going out to a bar?
Maybe I'm kind of an introverted person.
Yeah. And, you know, some of the young bartenders and kids at the bar, they're kind of like
Out of my age range.
out of our age range. That's exactly right. We're about the same age. Have you ever watched any of my shorts?
I think I watched about 20 million times.
That's awesome. Thank you. Those numbers haven't shown up, but hopefully they do soon. Did you see that we were raising money for RAIN, for your charity?
Yes, that was very nice. Yeah.
And what do you think about all the cushies that are watching tonight?
It's been one of the most incredible experiences for me.
Dang.
We're all in
Skip
our
that one.
40s. We're all so different. All of us are like really into what we do and the nuance of it. And
Yeah, honestly. Well, Christina, it was great to finally have you on the show. I will let you go. I'm sure you have a lot to do. Thank you so much, but hopefully we will have you come back again.
I never had this when I was younger.
Is that your biggest regret? Sure. We'll have you. Yeah, we'll have you back on sometime.
Go!
Okay, we will. Thank you. Thank you, Christina Ricci. That was Christina Ricci, everybody. That was, yes, there we have it. We finally have now had Christina Ricci on the show. I just lost every single thing that anybody said about it in the switch. Sorry about that. I'm not able to put up any of the comments, but that was Christina Ricci. We finally had her on the show, guys. Thank you to Kyle, to Casper, and then to Christina. Let's make one final drink for Christina Ricci. The only time that she has ever actually reached out to me personally was one time to let me know that she likes mojitos. So from there, I have been ever since trying to put together a full-on Christina Ricci inspired mojito, and that's what we're going to be making tonight. We tried it last year. I feel like I've gotten better at it this year. It is called Full of Woe. It's called Full of Woe. The poem that Wednesday gets her name from, she is of course played by Christina Ricci, is Wednesday's child is full of woe, and so we are going to be making my version of a cocktail called Full of Woe. So let us begin. We're going to start over here with the husband's bottle right here of Caruba. This is lovely, delicious, yummy Caruba. We want a nice dark rum to bring in all of that woe. We're going to start with 2 full ounces of some Caruba. Right there. Now, this is kind of a weird build for a cocktail because we're going to actually put this off to the side here for a sec, and we're going to build the rest of this in here. So right there, we have that. Now, I have just a little bit of some mint. This is chocolate mint. A little different than regular peppermint or spearmint. We're going to throw that in here, and we're going to squeeze in the juice of the rest of this lime. There we have it. Give that a little twist. People are very concerned that Grant missed the show. He did. He missed the whole part where Christina Ricci finally showed up. In kind of a long segment. In kind of a segment that at some point, and I love Christina Ricci, I kind of wish I could have bailed out of. While that segment was being edited at some point, it didn't seem that long. And then it turns out very long. So we'll know better for next year. We're going to take our muddler and we're just going to espress. We're going to get all of that mint out of here until we can start to smell that chocolate and that mint and that lime running through the whole cocktail. Then we want to take some of our, this guy right here. Just have to even explain what it is before I show you. This is something that Paul has been asking me to use for a long time because one time I made him buy it. This is Baron Yager. It is a honey liqueur. We need to go ahead and put in half an ounce of some honey liqueur. Let me just check those numbers real quick. No, dash of honey liqueur, just a dash of the honey liqueur. There we go. Yep. Throw that right here. We're going to stuff this with a bunch of ice. Right here. And then we're going to take our soda water. Soda water right there. If you fill it all the way to the top, it should bubble down with just enough room to hang out. Now we're going to continue to build this little guy. So in here, I already have our Karuba. What I also need are some grapefruit bitters. I need some tiki bitters or some Jamaican bitters. And I am going to look for just a couple of mint bitters. And since Grant's here, I'll just put these out. We're not going to use them, but those are celery bitters. Take our grapefruit, 2 dashes of grapefruit bitters, 2 dashes of Jamaican bitters, and 1 dash of some mint bitters. Now we have a big, huge flavor running through here. There we go. A little bit more ice in here. We're just going to shake this. We want this to just sort of get a little water in it, get a little cold right up front. So there we have it. And we are going to slowly pour this on top. Hopefully what we get, oh, you know what? We're going to give this a stir first. Let's give this a stir so that we get all of that mint hanging out with us, all of that soda water and mint and honey all mixed in together. Then we are going to take our little bit. We're going to pour this on the back of a spoon, hopefully giving us a nice layered effect. With that water, it should seep down pretty well. If we had different ice cubes, this might look a little different, but this right here is my new version, my working version of the cocktail that will become a household cocktail, or will become the cocktail of the night for the Christina Ricci Show. This right here is it's called the Full of Woe. It's called the Full of Woe. You serve it like this, but you want to drink it with a stir. Oh, don't want Casper slipping on that. I have a real feeling that I am now going to be haunted by a dog walking, sorry, an ex-dog walking ghost with a vodka brand. Literally a nightmare that I have just about every night. There we go. Cheers. Excellent. It's really the bitters that helps this drink out a ton. I don't throw a ton of sugar into this one. I don't feel like Christina Ricci, at least the Christina Ricci that I know, would be way into overly sugared stuff. But let me give us all a little lesson. Celebrities are also people. So just because we have certain ideals of what a celebrity should be, I, in here, try and make cocktails that I think that Christina Ricci would like. Oh, real quick, let me just say hello over to Astronomical. Wants to know how to donate. If you want to donate over to Rain, pop on over to Kush Tender on Instagram. Just search me, Instagram, or you can go down into the thing right there. Find me. Find the picture of Christina Ricci holding me like an old baby, saying next time you drive, and me saying deal. Go down there and you can donate right there. Can you donate through bits? I have no idea. That is up to our friends over at Instagram. Good luck. I'm not sure that Astronomical is caught up. Well, somebody over on Twitch, unfortunately. Astronomical, hopefully you're watching this live and aren't watching it a little late. But But either way, donate over there. Sometimes we think that we know who these people are, but we just really don't. So be careful of putting your own thoughts and feelings on to these people. These are real people. When this show comes up, I start to feel a little guilty every year because I don't want it to come across as if we are ever picking on Christina Ricci or that we are ever objectifying Christina Ricci. She was my childhood crush. But I have followed a lot of her career. I love what she does. Just I'm a super married dude, way in love with my wife. For some reason, Christina Ricci has always been like a big bright spot in my life. But I don't ever want to start to put my own opinions and thoughts on her. So please be careful of that, whether they're a celebrity or they are not. Just because you see them all the time doing something, it does not mean that you really know them. So be nice to these people. They're just, unless they're dicks, and then then you got to do what you got to do. Then listen, I got nothing to do with that. But Christina Ricci does not fall into that category. So if you guys can help out tonight, I request that everything you want to give is, of course, over to Rain, RAINN. If not through my Instagram, then through some other way. But it's a great cause for people that truly need it the most. So if that's something you guys are interested in doing, that'd be great. And if not, hey, just remember, these classes will always... Can I go right into my pitch now? Let me go into my pitch now. I put my habit on backwards so I feel better. Remember, guys, these classes will always remain free, but if you can help out on any other nights, the best way to do it is through Patreon or Venmo. I have it down here, right down there. Tonight, I would prefer that you do it through Rain, RAINN, through my Instagram, but if any other night, through Patreon and Venmo, I have them right down there. Or you can join my... Did I say Patreon? Join Patreon. Well, guys, stop it. Anyway, if you can't do that, I understand times are tough. A great way to help out would, of course, be to like and get your friends to subscribe, to share, and to comment on whatever you see my face on. That super helps the channel. It gets my stuff going out all over the place. And if you can't do any of that, if you're just completely against it, if you're somebody that shows up all the time, but we don't know who you are, and I know that there are people that show up all the time that do not speak, and I appreciate you guys. This is a bar for introverts, and I love my introverts. But if you can do whatever you're going to do, the best thing you can do is to show up. You don't have to say anything, but just show up. We do classes Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Any day with a T is Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks Night. Come hang out with me, with my beautiful community that we have built that really did, thank you, Raquel Martinez, really did make it rain. I put up a thing of $100 and it was crashed. It went right through it. So I did not know that was a power that I have. Very excited to learn that as long as I'm using this for good, I can do good things. So help out over there. We are going to, I'm going to invite you guys to pop on for a quick shot afterwards. If you guys are interested, follow this link. I'm going to run these credits. These credits are the people that are Patreons of mine that are supporting the channel monetarily and likewise. I really appreciate everybody showing up. And one more time, thank you to Christina Ricci for letting us honor you. You have given so much to me. Just as a fun person to watch, as a person that I enjoy, giving so much to me. This is just my little way of giving back. So if you ever want me to stop, just tell me to stop. But otherwise, we're going to keep going. So we'll see you guys back next year. I believe that'll be the 9th of February for Dr. Cush's Exotic 5th anniversary of the Christina Ricci Show. It's going to get weird, guys. Imagine what we're going to have to do to top Casper, an actual ghost showing up. Okay, guys, that is that. I'm going to run these, and I will see you guys in a minute for a shot. Cheers.
Give me your biggest, strongest, cheapest drink.
but that's not what we're talking about. I don't know anything.
Are you trying to drive me crazy?
Wow.
That's all I am. Just a regular human bartender. This is the way we talk in Tucson, Arizona.
How about that drink?
Have a drink with us.
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
Are you Dr. Jinga Janga?
All right, just in time. Let's bring out this Fernet. I have one in the chamber. I mean, technically, I have two. Let's bring on both of our guests here real quick. This is number one, our number one guest right there. Number two guest, though, even more important than that. Oh, let's put you back the way we had you there. Yeah, let's put you back here. There we go. It is good to see you there, Paul. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking Barrel 5-year bourbon.
Ooh, Barrel 5-year. What's the brand?
Barrel. They blend their own bourbons.
Oh, I've seen that bottle. That looks amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
one of their bourbons was top 20 this year.
Hey, I love where are we finding that? I stopped even looking at bourbon at some point. I just don't do bourbon. I like it. I have bourbon, some bourbon, most of it you bought me, as it turns out. But I just stopped. Where do you find this? Where are you looking for?
That was at Total Wine.
Sorry, where are you finding that it was top? Like, where was it? Right?
Oh, Whiskey Advocate.
Whiskey Advocate. That's a good.
Yeah.
Probably.
I got 10 of the 20 top of the year from Whiskey Advocate. So
you're a lot of fun, Paul.
Yeah, over 50 bottles of bourbon and rye right now.
Paul, when's your birthday?
May 23rd.
Oh, okay, good. All right, so we're coming up. Gemini?
Yes, you were at
me too.
Yeah, you were at my birthday last year.
That's correct. Yeah, that's right, because it was right before mine. Yeah.
I still have my.
Oh, the kiss from that's a gift from me. Look at that. I love that Christina Ricci. It's a Christina Ricci sandwich between us. She's the white stuff in the Oreo. Cheers to you, Paul.
Cheers, brother.
I'm not going to do Christina Ricci's cheers. That seemed a little long.
I saw her. I saw her on the set of Addams Family 2 back. Yeah. Was it Addams Family Values?
Yeah, Addams Family Values.
I was on the set with her when I worked for Paramount Pictures back then.
She was teeny tiny.
She was very young. She was very young. Yes. Salute.
Salute to you, my friend. All right.
And I have some bottles for you. So
let's hang out.
Yeah. Let's talk this week.
Let's talk this week. Yeah. This last week it was crazy. I was in Altadena doing some work, and then I went over to Forbidden Islands, which is, if you've never been to Forbidden Island, you need to get there immediately. It's awesome. And you need to have a drink called the Funk Blaster. It was spectacular. The great news about it is the Oakland airport is 15 minutes away. So if you go from Burbank to Oakland, it's like going from the same airport. They're teeny tiny little airports. They're awesome. And it's 15 minutes from the airport. So if it's like 20 minutes to Burbank, and it's an hour in the flight, and then 20 minutes to the Forbidden Island, not that big of a deal.
Great.
We'll find the time. Yeah, let's
talk this week. All right, cheers, my friend.
Next time. Cheers. All right, bye. Okay, Christina, thank you for showing up. You were great. Honestly, I think this was one of our better shows. So I really appreciate you showing up. And if you see Casper again, please let him know. I'm sorry that I rolled my eyes so much. Okay, that is it, guys. Please remember to like, subscribe, and do all the rest of that stuff. And remember, the most important thing, what do we do here at Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks? We say nice things. I will see you guys in the after hours on Facebook, or I will find you over elsewhere.
Bye.
Bye.